Yes, sir. We are back. It's the goated MyNBA series. It's your boy Rez Dollar. Welcome back. And from the last video we played, it was a Rising Stars challenge, and we basically just sent to the rest of the season because niggas want to get into the playoffs. Like after the All Star weekend, that's all we thinking about. So might as well fast forward everything, but we could recap All Star weekend real quick. Zach LaVine won the 3-point contest. Alex Mitchell won the dunk contest. Team Giannis won, and man, things have changed. Things have changed. I'm gonna show you guys the standings right now. I think there's probably like 2 days left or 3 days. 3 days left to the end of the season, and a lot of injuries happened. So let's go through that real quick. Isaiah Stewart just tore his ACL. Buddy Hield ruptured his Achilles. The injury bug was going crazy. Rookie Ricky Cruz tore his ACL. And hopefully that doesn't have too much of an impact on his career. He's only a rookie, and it was a #1 pick, so you know how that go, man. Drew Holiday fractured his leg, so that's a big loss for the Bucks. Mitchell Robinson got injured. Nerlens Noel broke his ankle, so so much players out for the season. Chet Holmgren just broke his ankle. So things is getting crazy. The injury bug was going wild, and nobody was really safe, basically. And now we could go look at the playoff standings right now with 3 days left. Most teams have 2 games left. And let's look at the Western Conference first. The Nuggets and Pelicans are still battling out as they've been the whole season for the #1 spot. And then it's a little bit of drop off after that. The next team is 7 games back, the Memphis Grizzlies. They basically secured that 3rd seed and home court advantage, and then this is where things get interesting. The Clippers and Timberwolves are battling out for home court advantage, and then we got teams. How many teams is this? The Jazz, Mavericks, Rockets, and Suns are battling out for the last home court spot. Not home court. The last playoff berth. Not playing. So the Jazz are the 6th spot right now. 2 games. Everybody has 2 games left. And the Warriors, they basically secured that 10th spot. And the Spurs are out. And looking at the worst teams, the bottom of the West is bad. But let's go to the Eastern Conference. This probably might be the most deepest conference of all time. And that's kind of saying something. There's only 151 team right now. The Cavs could potentially get it done if they win. Also, we could have, if all these teams win, we could have 51 teams. But it's just, everybody's just so close together, and it's just so competitive all around. So the Raptors probably going to secure that #1 spot. Then we got Cleveland, and then from there, it could go a lot of different ways. We got the Heat, Bulls, and the Pistons tied at 3. The Heat, I guess, had what's that shit called? They had the tiebreaker. And then we got the Sixers at the last playoff spot. Then in the play-in, this is where things get a little bit crazy. We could look at the teams that's in, the teams that are out. The Bucks, Celtics, and Nets are all battling out for that 7th spot and trying to get home court advantage and have to win 1 game for the play-in. And the Celtics, I think they started making a run. Damn, I don't know if you could check the last couple of games that they played. They started making a run anyway. Y'all could just believe me because I've been doing this. The Nets are the 9th spot, but the Knicks, they really made a run because they weren't as good. Damn, I know there's a way to check. All right, so looking around like All-Star break, it was bad at one point. It was below 500 in January. And they turned it around. Everybody basically got injured because DeJounte Murray started off the season injured. Cam Reddish was basically been in and out of lineups. RJ Barrett even missed significant time. Mitchell Robinson just went out for them. So basically everybody in the Knicks starting 5 got injured. I think Obi Toppin just got hurt too. But they're finally at the 10th spot. And remember that video I made like 2 or 3 episodes ago? LaMelo being possible MVP? Well, yeah, we could throw that shit out the window because They dropped since All-Star Weekend. Just look at the losses that they took. I think they lost like 5 or 6 in a row. They got smacked in this game. But they've been losing a lot. Yeah, another losing streak right here. So they're at one point they're 10 games above 500 and then just went on a losing streak. and now they're only 3 games above 500. And they're probably going to miss the play-in spot. The Hawks ended up getting Shea Alexander, but that shit, it didn't change nothing. It really did not change nothing. I don't know if it was a chemistry issue or what it was for the Hawks. And the Knicks are basically taking that 10th spot. And we'll see how things play out for the rest of that. But I'm going to just sim these 2 games, and we go look at the playoff bracket and all that and see who won the MVP. And we'll be right back. Your 2025 MVP is Zion Williamson for the first time. Averaged 29 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block on 60% shooting. And I don't know if they had the best record. They had either 1 or 2. Rookie of the year goes to the big fella, Jimbo Jackson, the one that was traded for Anthony Davis. And the Lakers have a bright, young franchise player in Jimbo Jackson. Can he be the next great big man? He averaged 19.6 points, 10.6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Basically 2 blocks a game. Got to get the field goal percentage up. Because as we looked in the previous couple episodes ago, taking way too many mid-range shots. That shit broke. That ain't you, Jimbo. But 6th man of the year goes to Malik Beasley of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think he led all scorers coming off the bench, or he was either top 2 or top 3. But one of the best scorers off the bench on one of the best teams, that's a recipe. The microwave scorers are always usually the favorites for 6th man of the year. And Malik Beasley gets it done. Is this his first award winning it? Yep. First time winning it. And defensive player of the year goes to Bam Adebayo. Is this his first award ever? We about to find out. Yep, this is his first time winning defensive player of the year. He averaged 22 points, 11.6 rebounds. Look at the steals and blocks. Stuff the stat sheets in that. 1.8 steals and 2.4 blocks, and led the Miami Heat to the best defense in the league. So Bam Adebayo was deserving of the Defensive Player of the Year award. Just a versatile, special defender. And most improved goes to Johnny Davis at Orlando Magic. We could take a look at a jump that he made, basically doubling his scoring from 9 points to 18, averaged 6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.7 steals. So Johnny Davis just improved his game overall. 3-point percentage went up from last year, even though his rookie year was probably his best year shooter, but I don't think he's that good of a shooter or 3-point shooter. But Johnny Davis is a bucket getter, well deserving for him taking that 3rd year jump. And Willie Green, Coach of the Year. All right, they went 55-27, so I'm pretty sure they probably had the best record. And Louis Dunn. All right, we don't really care about the Executive of the Year. But let's go into the All-NBA teams. All right, first team All-NBA, we got LaMelo Ball. And he put up numbers, man. 27 points. I don't even know if he's about to reach that in real life. I would be surprised if he's average 27 in his career. But I've been wrong about LaMelo before, so... He averaged 27 points, 8.5 rebounds, 9.6 assists, and 2.3 steals. Like, that's ridiculous. And I want to show y'all one thing, too. I know, all right. This is what he did when they was on that losing streak. He was putting up numbers. Like, since the All-Star break, I think he averaged like 30 a game. So he went a whole month averaging 34 points. That's ridiculous for someone the caliber of LaMelo that could just pass and score. So I don't know how they was losing games. Yeah, he averaged 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists, and they was losing games and didn't make the playoffs, or at least the play-in. Luka Doncic was also first team in a backcourt, put up his relative just Luka numbers. This shit is just like it's crazy. It's crazy the numbers that he puts up. Like we don't really gloss at it. Like it's just whatever. Oh, it's Luka. Giannis, first team, well deserved. Of course, Zion Williamson, the MVP, and Jokic, who was a runner-up for MVP, 26, 13, and 9, a career high in assists, but he has so much weapons, Jokic, and this is why I think they're probably the favorites to win the championship. Nobody could stop him. Second team, we got Ja Morant, average 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists. Cade Cunningham, 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists, put up great numbers. In year 4, Evan Mobley, another player from that draft class, 19 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 2.6 blocks. Kawhi Leonard also in the second team averaged 26 a game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2.3 steals. And Joel Embiid at the 5, putting up great numbers. And the third team, we got rounding out the guards, we got Donovan Mitchell, put up 27 a game and 6 assists. Trae Young, 25 and 10. They didn't make the playoffs or the play-in. And Scotty Barnes averaged 20 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 1 blocks. He just that's like Draymond numbers if Draymond could score better. Scotty Barnes. That's tough. And then we got Jaylen Brown running out the forward spot at averaging 25 a game. He made it over his teammate Jason Tatum. And Bam Adebayo, the defensive player of the year on the third team. And we could take a look at the snubs real quick. For the guards position, I was thinking about Brandon Ingram being in it and Darius Garland. They're both of them on one of the best teams in the league. Maybe B.I. should have made it, but he averaged 25, 5, and 6. But he's potential snub. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Zach LaVine, he put up good numbers, but he wasn't really too much in consideration. I don't know. I wouldn't put him over any of the other guys. And Darius Garland was great, but he also missed a portion of the season. He averaged 23 and 10 assists. So, and Trae Young averaged 25 and 10. So the counting numbers is definitely there for Trae. He had a phenomenal individual season. And going to the forwards, the front court that missed on it, Karl-Anthony Towns averaged 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. Let me know if he should have made it. That's monstrous numbers. Jason Tatum had kind of a down year from his previous 2 seasons, down in scoring. Only averaged 24 a game, and he recently, I guess in the second half of the season, got his 3-point percentage up because it was around like 30% at one point. Yeah, since the All-Star break, he was shooting 41%. It was at 32 before. So he definitely got those numbers up. Anthony Davis also could be in the discussion. Anthony Edwards, Jonathan Kuminga averaging 22 and 10, a double-double. But moving on to Defensive Player of the Year, we got Gary Trent Jr., Alex Caruso, Giannis, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Bam Adebayo. Who's scoring on this 5? Who is scoring on this 5? Second team, we got Drew Holiday, who recently just fractured his right leg. Fred VanVleet, a local Dominican barber that you'll see. Ben Simmons, I think he's wearing number 10 in real life, so we probably should change that. Niggas calling him Ben 10 now. That's kind of a cool nickname. Not gonna lie, it might stick. Mikal Bridges locking up with his go-go gadget arms, and Anthony Davis on the second team. And let's go to the all-rookie first team. We got Jimbo Jackson making it, of course. Ricky Cruz, of course, making it. Tyrese Smith, Kayvon Kabongo, and Tevin Wilson. We got a snub. There's no Marquise Allen on this list. And we're going to the second team, and somehow Marquise Allen was a second team. He averaged 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Although the efficiency wasn't fully there, that's great counting numbers right there. And I'm surprised he made it. That Tevin Wilson made over. He averaged 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. Maybe, but let me know what you guys think. Is Marquise Allen a snub for the first team all rookie? But if anything, he's just gonna add that to motivation. Use that as motivation. He gonna come back next year and maybe be an all-star. I'm calling it now. He might be an all-star next year. Mario Ellington also made the second team. Latrell Cross, Marcus Payne, and Dior Wright. And now we about to check out the playoffs. All right. The Pelicans did get the number 1 spot. So we could look at that real quick. This is the official standings. We had a total of 5 teams that won 50 games. The Hornets are the only team that was above 500 that didn't make a play-in or playoff spot. And in the west side of the play-in, we got the 7 and 8 spot, the Mavericks versus the Jazz. I think this is about to be a really good game. The winner plays the Denver Nuggets. So much of a reward. You got to play Jokic. We got Donovan Mitchell versus Dallas. Donovan Mitchell versus Luka Doncic. Then on the other side, we got Devin Booker versus Stephen Curry, 9 versus 10. And then in the Eastern Conference, we got the Bucks versus the Celtics and the Nets versus the Knicks. Nah, this game would definitely be jumping. You know this is to be jumping. The rivalry between the Nets and the Knicks. It's probably gonna be more Knicks fans in attendance, even though it's a Brooklyn game, a Nets game. But we might as well just simcast these games. And told me to put Donovan Mitchell more minutes. Let's do that. Let's play off basketball, man. Win or go home. Win or go home. All right, let me look at the Matters minutes real quick. Gotta put Luka John up. And Rashawn Holmes, I'm not gonna lie, you gonna have to get benched. We got to put these minutes down. Get some of Frederick. Get some Jonathan Isaac for some defense. And we ready to go, man. We ready to go. Who's gonna win that 7th spot? I was gonna go for the Mavericks, even though it looking like a blowout. All right, this shit not even close. This is not even close. 31-point victory. Luka Doncic, 32 points, 13 rebounds, and 16 assists. He was playing no games, wasn't having none of that. And Fred VanVleet also contributed 19, 6, and 6. Sabonis, 16, 9, and 8. All right, that's a lot of assists between 3 players. We got to see how much. They was sharing the sugar. 40 assists for the Dallas Mavericks, sharing the sugar in a blowout victory. And Donovan Mitchell had 27, but also had 9 turnovers. And other than that, nobody else really came to play. So now we got the Suns versus the Warriors. Now this is a really winner go home type game. And let's look at let's fix this real quick. The rotations. Yeah, you gotta get cut out. Let's play off basketball. We gotta shorten the rotations. I don't know if y'all can hear my laptop, but my shit is going crazy right now. Loud as hell. Damn, that's tough. Draymond out of rotation. He about to be out of the league. Since we started this MyNBA, he has not shot over 40%. And I almost did some nut shit. All right, here we go. Suns and Warriors. Suns and Warriors. All right, the Suns ain't playing games. The Warriors is out of here. Pack them up. Season over. Stephen Curry only had 8 points, 6 turnovers on 3 of 14 and didn't hit a 3-point shot. Unbelievable. So we got 2 blowouts in the playing game so far. DeAndre Ayton just dominated with a Shaq-like performance. 34 points and 23 rebounds and 4 blocks. Yeah, James Wiseman just had no answer for DeAndre Ayton. He fouled out. Jonathan Kuminga fouled out. And they didn't really have bodies to throw at him like that. Moses Moody also fouled out. They took 46 free throws? Hey, yo. Sound like Game 7 of the Kings versus Lakers. All right, the Bucks versus the Celtics. I just have a feeling the Celtics about to win this game. Are we having another blowout? All right, a comeback. Damn, like the quarters is not even close. All right, it's a close game, 5-point game. Giannis has a triple-double, but it don't mean a thing without a win. Yep, they lost. Yeah, I had a feeling they was going to win. Jaylen Brown, 32. Jason Tatum, 23 and 12. And Jason Tatum's about to be a free agent. I think he still wants to leave. Yeah, he had enough. He had enough. Maybe it's going to be a sign and trade in all season, but it looks like he's still committed to going all in and trying to win. But Giannis put up a great performance, but they're definitely missing Jrue Holiday in this game. Definitely missing him. And the Celtics have an array of injuries, and they are definitely shortening that rotation for those niggas. Kyrie is injured. Bro, we not doing that. It's a winner going home. Better get your ass in the game. Get your head in the game. This ain't real life. You could play now. Alright, where we at? Damn, Cam Thomas is out for them. We'll give you a couple minutes, Patty. About like 15. Oh, if Kyrie is playing that much, somebody got to go down. Better give it all you got. What is his injury anyway? He got a pinched nerve in his neck. He alright. And he had 38 in his last game. He alright. Come on now. Come on now, Kyrie. And he wanted to sit out. Oh. It's a close one. It's a close one. It's crunch time now. And the Nets go on a run. And the Knicks can't respond. And the Knicks are out of here. Nicholas Claxton led the team in scoring with 24 and 12. Played 39 minutes. Ben Simmons with a near triple-double. 22 and 9. 22, 9, and 8. Cam Reddish had 21. And we're just going to we're going to send these last two games. And, we got a winner go home. Bucks versus Nets. KD versus Giannis for the 8th spot. And then we got the Jazz, Devin Booker versus Donovan Mitchell for the 8th spot. It's jumping. It's up. It's up. Let's get it. Let's get it. What you mean? All right, what are we doing here? Who injured? All right, Chris Paul is injured. Twisted his knee. He can't play. So Cameron Payne. Let's see what you got. All right, that might be a big loss for them. Jazz have home court advantage in this game. This could be a close one. Then both teams get smacked. Nah, the Suns won their game. Never mind. And it looks like the Suns about to win again. But the Jazz might have something to say about that. But they can't score. They didn't score like the last 3 minutes. Devin Booker 24, 8 and 8. Cam Payne steps in as a starter and he let it fly. The safety was off. 4-18, 1-10 from 3. Lucky they won that game. DeAndre didn't have the best performance, 11 and 15. But looking at the other side, Donovan Mitchell ended up having a triple-double. I don't even know how much triple-doubles he even has in real life. 22, 10, and 11 for D. Mitch. Gobert, 13. Jeremy Grant had an injury, 3 of 14 from the field, and they out of here. Pack them up. But who's about to get packed up next on this team? Yeah, they missing Drew Holiday, man. But that might not mean anything. I'm guessing Giannis is going off. Giannis has to be come back, but it doesn't matter. Giannis 28 and 10, 6 assists. Probably didn't shoot the ball enough. What the hell did Chris Middleton do? Lucky they won. He is lucky. Kyrie 25, KD 25. Terrence Ross stunk it up. Ben Simmons. Oh, man. Benjamin Simmons. 3 of 11. We got to have a discussion. Because I know you didn't take any jump shots possibly. Other than that 1-3 you probably took. So you probably wasn't taking jump shots like that. What the hell? What the hell was that performance? I know you had 11 assists, but damn. And Terrence Ross 1-8 from 3. And we in the playoffs, man. This is the playoff matchups. We got the Phoenix Suns versus the number 1 seeded New Orleans Pelicans, led by the MVP Zion Williamson. And then the 4 and 5, we got Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, and the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against PG and Kawhi. We got the young Rocket squad that's missing Chet Holmgren, but Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Dariq Whitehead, Alperen Sengun. Who else they got to their roster? Corey Kispert. A lot of guys versus John Morant, Jaden Hardy, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr., Wendell Carter. So a lot of young talent. And then the 2 and the 7. I think this might be the best matchup in the West. We got Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic with the great supporting cast going up against the Mavericks, who has another great supporting cast. I don't know how they didn't finish better than they did with Luka, Domantas Sabonis, Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jonathan Isaac. So this is about to be a great series. It could go possibly 7. Then on the other side, we got the number one seeded Toronto Raptors, led by Damian Lillard and Scotty Barnes, a third team All NBA, and they also got DeMar DeRozan back. If y'all don't know, going up against the Bucks without Drew Holiday, but they still got Giannis. Don't count them out. And then we got the best defense, Miami Heat, without Jimmy Butler, going up against the fifth seeded Chicago Bulls. I think this is about to be another great series right here. Could potentially go 7. The Bam and Anthony Davis matchup is going to be a one to watch. And then we got the Pistons versus the Nets. Cade Cunningham and Paolo Banchero versus the duo James Harden and Joel Embiid. Who could get it done? The Pistons have overachieved this season. And then the last matchup, we got Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Bradley Beal, the big three, versus Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. This is the playoffs. And we'll be back in the next episode. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Do all that great stuff. It's your boy, Reg Dollar. And I'll see y'all in the playoffs.